Do you know you can make this spicy mapo tofu dish at home for just $10? Let me show you. It's a sort of a debate within the Chinese community whether we should be using silken tofu or firm tofu for this recipe. I made it with firm tofu last week, and today I'm using the silken tofu. So the answer is you can use either one depending on your like. Silken tofu has a better texture, but firm tofu sometimes tastes better. Also, it's a lot easier to handle firm tofu than the silken one. First, make sure to drain the water as soon as you cut the package open. Turn the package upside down and gently pour the tofu out. Like what I just mentioned, silken tofu is hard to handle. Now my tofu officially lost one corner. The next thing we want to do is slice the tofu into 3 sections, top, middle, bottom. Then cut the defected tofu into small cubes, vertically, also horizontally. After cutting the tofu imperfectly, I'm adding salt to the water and then adding the imperfect tofu cubes. I'm going to blanch the tofu cubes really quick to get rid of the unpleasant taste. These cubes are way too fragile to have a bubble bath. So make sure just a quick blanch, about 45 seconds, then drain them out. Now let's look at the other ingredients. We need some minced ginger. First slice, then shred, dice, then mince. We also need to chop some green onion for garnish at the very end. You might think my video is boring, but definitely not this recipe. It's spicy and very tasty, so let's throw in some dried pepper. I have 6 peppers here. Now let's start cooking. Add oil into the hot pan. Pour in the ground beef. You can also use chicken or pork. No matter what you choose, there's no need to marinate the meat. Another reason for you to try this recipe, really easy. Make sure to break up the meat. We don't want them to be chunky. Different than other Chinese stir-fry recipe, this time we actually wanted the meat to be cooked thoroughly, even fried till it's a little bit crispy. When the meat is done, it's time to add in other ingredients. Put in the ginger, dried pepper. Next one is a special ingredients. It's a chili bean sauce. It's also called a chili bean paste. You can find it off Amazon. Now mix everything. Use a medium heat. Keep stir frying till all the aroma comes out. If you use a lot of dried pepper, this is the time you might be coughing. Now adding about a cup of water. When adding the water, make sure to go from the side of the pan. This way water gets heated up faster. Stir a little bit so that all the meat is covered in the sauce. Then season with salt, small amount of dark soy sauce to add the richer color. Also a pinch of sugar to balance. Mix it and let it cook for a little bit. Do you still remember our defected tofu? Now it's time to add them back in. Gently push the tofu, make sure every cube is covered in the sauce. This part of the cooking process takes about 5 minutes. We want to make sure the tofu soaks in the sauce long enough to absorb the taste. To thicken the sauce, we're going to add water starch 3 separate times so that it won't get gooey all of a sudden. The last thing to add is a peppercorn powder. This is what makes the dish tongue-numbing. Like what I said, this dish is not going to bore you. Mapo tofu is a very popular dish in Chinese restaurants. But let me be honest with you, I never ordered this in the restaurant. It is so simple and cheap to make it at home. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.